Retail investors poured into single-name stocks like Tesla this year. Joining us now for what he sees ahead in 2024, J.J. Kinahan, CEO of IG North America. Should we be scared of the VIX at this point?
Well, as you guys report every day, Joe, the VIX has been in quite a slump here. We've seen a little bit of it come back, and we're right near 14 on the VIX right now. But, when you get below 15, you don't really get too afraid, shall we say, overall. But when you talk about the single names to start the segment, I think what's really interesting is one of the measures that I've always looked at on our, brokerage side from Tasty Trade is when we see the mix change. And what I mean by that is in a normal environment, Joe, about 35% of the trades will be in indexes or index ETFs such as SPDR, QQQ, IWM, et cetera, representing the major indices. What we've seen over the last 2 weeks is only about 30% and a little below that being in the indices, the rest being in individual names. When we see clients start to buy individual names is when you really start to see things rally. I contrast that to what we saw at near the end of October and in March. At that time, more than 50% of our trades were in indices or in index-based ETFs. So it really has been amazing how quickly over the last few weeks clients have changed into more single names overall as they look for some good things going forward. Although there are some hiccups, if you will, after the new year, because I also look at some of the options positions. A lot of the bullish options positions have been very, very short term. That is, over the next week, right till the end of the year. Some of the names I look out into January, particularly among the retailers, such as Target, Costco, you're having people buy longer term bearish positions for those names as we head into the new year. So that does concern me. And the other name on the back of what you saw earlier this week in FedEx that's really been bearish has been UPS. So again, those are two names that I think are a good derivative for what we see in terms of retailers. And so those two names have seen a lot of bearish activity, and that continuing into the new year.
So the individual names start getting a lot of interest as the market gets frothier. Can you take that away from this? But then you're doing individual names that would be affected by or that would be benefit from a slowing economy. So it's kind of cross currents, isn't it?
A little bit, but the individual names we're seeing buying have been primarily technology. The name that really stands out. Normally, retail flow is about 52% bullish, 48% bearish. It's actually much more mixed, I think, than people believe that it is. And Microsoft really stands out, and I think it's the way people are playing AI, and this is not only in shorter term but longer term. Microsoft over the last few weeks has been almost 85% bullish activity. That's absolutely phenomenal. The guys who pulled the data for me were even like, we've never seen anything like this before. So it's really been, amazing. And you can, as you would suspect, behind that, some of the Magnificent Seven names, Amazon, Google. You talk about Tesla. Tesla's pretty 50-50, actually, Joe. A little bit to the bullish side, but one of the most popular names trading.